How long will you remain a captive? This is not an insult. It is the necessary, brutal question for your soul, etched in the silence you so rarely permit yourself to find. How many years must pass before you finally look at the life you've constructed and see the cage your own slack hands have forged? The bars are made of soft desire. The lock is complacency. We have mistaken comfort for freedom. We have been sold a soft, devastating lie. You are addicted to the trivial. You are paralyzed by the mere appearance of choice. And you have the audacity to call this fleeting, anxious state adulthood. Where is the authority? Where is the self-mastery? I see none. I see a mind scattering itself across 1,000 useless pursuits, believing that movement is progress. Movement without direction is merely exhaustion. Your deepest anxiety is not caused by the external world. No, it is the noise of your own unused potential rattling the bars of your self-imposed prison. You fear stillness. You fear silence. Why? Because in the quiet, your true measure is revealed. In the silence, you must face the fact that you daily waste the one currency no emperor, no wealth, no prayer can restore. You complain of burdens. I tell you, your greatest burden is your unexamined mind. It runs wild, untrained, like a beast dragging you by the leash of your lower instincts. Now, let us turn the lamp upon the things that steal your peace. Is it the fool who offends you, distant, nameless critic on the digital screen? The fleeting opinion of someone who will forget your face before the week ends? Ponder this deeply. If your tranquility can be destroyed by a single misplaced word, by a minor delay in traffic, by the action of an utter stranger, then you are not the master of your soul. You are merely a puppet pulled by every passing breeze of circumstance. This is the central flaw of the weak. They delegate their internal state to external events. They surrender their fortress without a single defense. They hand the key to their serenity to every random passerby. Remember this law, etched in the bedrock of reason. Let it sink into your bones until it becomes instinct. Nothing outside your own reasoned choice can truly harm you. Think on this for a moment. Truly think. The insult is just sound. The traffic is just motion. The loss of money is merely the exchange of material. The harm is never in the event itself. The harm is only ever in your judgment of the event. Until you master that judgment, that inner ascent, you remain a slave to the world's passing chaos. Your suffering is your own creation. You are the author of your own turmoil. Recognize this terrifying, empowering truth. We spend our days fighting shadows. We rage against rain, against the inefficiency of others, against the nature of things. You seek ease, I seek clarity. The nature of the cosmos is one of perpetual change, struggle, and absolute indifference to your personal comfort. Do you truly believe the universe owes you a state of constant calm? It does not. It is fire, earth, and motion. The obstacle is the way. This is not a clever phrase. It is a fundamental law of improvement. A challenge arises, a betrayal, a loss, a physical pain. Your mind instantly recoils, seeking escape. This is the instinct of the soft creature. But the challenge is not an adversary. It is material. It is the raw clay given to the potter, the iron given to the smith. It is the opportunity delivered to your door to practice patience, courage, and perseverance. What better school could exist? Would you prefer a life where virtue is never tested, where your character remains soft and unformed, like unused clay? The path to a better life is not the absence of trouble. It is the conversion of trouble into necessary training. Stop praying for fewer obstacles. Pray for the eyes to see the opportunity hidden within the stone. Welcome the pressure. The diamond is formed under immense weight. Draw a clear, unblinking line down the center of your existence. On one side, place what you control: your effort, your intentions, your judgments, your reactions, your character. On the other, place what you do not control: the market, the weather, the past, the minds of others, the lifespan of your loved ones. Your persistent misery is the result of attempting to occupy territory that does not belong to you, trying to control the uncontrollable. Release the world's chaos. Focus your entire will, your entire energy, your life force, only on the things that are within your jurisdiction. This is not apathy. This is strategic warfare against futility. The mind is a forge, and the body is its most necessary tool. Yet you treat them both like an old, neglected ruin. You seek motivation. I offer you discipline. Motivation is a fickle gust of wind. It visits the inspired, then leaves them cold and resentful. Discipline is the furnace fire that burns, whether you feel like tending it or not. It is the relentless, silent commitment to the right action, irrespective of mood. You must embrace discomfort, not as punishment, but as a daily proof that your soft, murmuring mind is not in command. Wittingly, seek the friction. Stand exposed. Endure the small acts of hardship, the cold shower, the early rise, the refusal of the easy pleasure. Why this insistence on small battles? Because the man who masters the cold water will not be broken by the cold word. The man who masters the empty stomach will not be undone by the loss of silver. Character is built in the small, forgotten moments. The moment you choose the difficult road when the easy one is presented. You are a soldier in the army of your own life. Train for the worst, so when the worst arrives, you find the strength already there, waiting. If you neglect the daily, small duties, the simple promises to yourself, how will you ever bear the great calamities? The foundation must be strong. The path to resilience is paved not with grand gestures, but with tiny, brutal victories over your own inertia. Do not fear the effort. Fear the regret of inaction. You plan your years as if they are guaranteed. They are not. Every breath you draw is a temporary gift, instantly revocable. You are not a god. You are a mortal thing, born to decompose. This is not pessimism. This is clarity. The greatest work is always done under the shadow of finality. Therefore, let the truth of our state ring in your soul, guiding every action. Marcus Aurelius said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Look at your priorities through that lens. Does the petty quarrel matter? Does the pursuit of trivial luxury hold weight? No, they shrivel. The only thing that remains is virtue, honesty, courage, justice, and self-control. Furthermore, consider the vanity of seeking fame or immortality through your name. Even the greatest of men, Caesar, Alexander, are now mere words in a dust-covered history. The applause of the crowd is mere noise. The memory of you, however grand, will fade, swallowed by time. Your search for external validation is a profound waste of your short lease on existence. Be indifferent to applause. Therefore, only one thing is worthy of your absolute attention: the quality of your present mind. Act rightly, here, now. The past is fixed. The future is uncertain. The present is your only true domain. Waste it at your peril. And what does it mean to act rightly? It means to serve. You are not an island. You are a piece of the great whole. Your purpose is not solely your own fleeting gratification. Your purpose is to be useful. Ask yourself, what necessary work is left undone that only I can contribute to? The strong man does not shy away from duty. He embraces it, knowing that in service he finds his dignity. The philosopher who only studies virtue is like the general who only studies maps. He must march into the mud. You must act. Act with justice, even when it is inconvenient. Speak truth, even when it is costly. Do your assigned work, not with grudging complaint, but with dignified acceptance, as if it were ordained by the cosmic order, because it is. And consider the passions: anger, lust, excessive grief. These are not external forces, but choices. They are poisons you willingly drink, believing they will harm your enemy when they only burn your own liver. The wise man does not eliminate emotion, he masters its timing and its intensity. He is not a slab of stone, unfeeling. He is a river, deep, powerful, moving with purpose, never overflowing its banks simply because a small pebble was thrown in. Control your inner fire, or it will consume you. Do not react with the speed of a startled animal. Respond with the deliberate pace of a thinking soul. This philosophy is not a library book to be admired. It is a sword to be wielded. You will fail. You will stumble. You will be angry, frustrated, and despairing. This is not failure. This is humanity. The universe will not bend to your fleeting will. This is the truth. The mark of the resilient soul is not the absence of pain, but the speed of recovery. Do not punish yourself for the mistake. Do not wallow in the filth of self-pity. Analyze it dispassionately, correct the action, and return immediately to the path of virtue. Every single day is a test. Every insult, every setback, every temptation is an opportunity, dressed in rags, to practice your philosophy. The work is perpetual. There is no finish line. There is only the constant, deliberate act of becoming better than the man you were yesterday. So, I return to my first and final question. How long will you remain a captive? The door to your cell is unlocked. The shackles are of your own making. It will not change for you. You must change for it. Stop begging for an easier life. Ask the gods only for sturdier resolve. The choice is now yours, and yours alone. Go now, not tomorrow, not after a long, distracting scroll. Close the door, find the silence, and begin the rigorous inventory of your own soul. Let the difficulty be your guide. If you require the tools to forge this new character, the maps to this inner territory, subscribe to this channel, not for comfort, but for the persistent, necessary challenge. Your journey begins when the excuses perish.